Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders and great ones who taught us.
This is really bad.
Double salutations to all you out there out there laboring in the house of David, the elected. Expressing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you brothers. Shalom to the elect. All right, so we're going to get right into this thing. Kind of just rehashing what we spoke about last night about how these nations are going to be in complete subjection under Israel, man. It's not going to be any rebellion. It's not going to be any coups. All right? It's not going to be any of that madness that's being spewed out of IUIC right now.
Nasty made is going off.
Nasty. You're going off nasty with it, man. You know, but we're here to rectify the matter and give you true understanding in the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Because the Lord told us in the last days that false prophets would arise and deceive many, man. Right, so it's a lot of bullshit going on out there, man. But you gotta stay privy to what's going on. All right, you gotta have that discernment in these last days to understand who's really feeding you the truth and who's not, man. Who's really serving Yahweh Shem Shah and who's not. All right, so we'll get into this thing, whatever scriptures brother's gonna bring out. All right, all about edification, man.
It was Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1.
That's right.
Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Yeah, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Right now, as we go into, right now there's a battle of dominance, supremacy. Who's going to be the next nation to rule the planet Earth? You know, the escalation of World War III, Armageddon, Russia, China, all right, America, Iran, North Korea, all these nations are being basically summoned for World War III. So why do the heathen rage? Because the spirit that's on these Russians is that they're going to be the next nation to rule the world. China too. Why do these heathen imagine a vain thing, man? Right? Go ahead, Art.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying.
And you can read about that in Psalms 83. Right? The crafty counsel of the wicked, man. All these nations conspiring with one agreement to destroy the nation of Israel from the face of the earth. And basically that's what this new world order is about. You know, pretty much the nations coming together and pretty much getting rid of Israel. They're trying to establish a dominion under Satan, which is total madness. But that's how the Lord set it up. Right? He allowed these heathen to be filled with pride to actually think they're gonna pull this shit off. You know?
Saying, let us break their bands asunder and let us cast their cords from us.
Right, and that's what happened to us. All right, going back to the curses, man. All right, we were the tribes were separated, man. We were scattered. All right, we were called by new names. You see what I'm saying? We weren't regarded as the people of the Lord. These things happened to us, man. This is why, as we was explaining to Possible Jake up here earlier, you know what I'm saying, about he asked us to look at the signs. He was asking us what this is all about, you know. And we just kind of gave him a brief, you know, because he said what did he say? He was a history teacher, right? Yeah. He said that all the history that he taught, he came to realize it was all bullshit, you know.
And he said he was a Catholic.
Yep.
He said that messed his head up too. So he's like he looks at things through spiritual lens now because he sees that all the shit that he's learned throughout his life is a lie. You know.
That's what he said.
And on top of that, he asked pretty much about, which ties into this, he asked, you know, why is so-called black people, you know, pretty much shitted on all throughout, you know, history. And so what we were getting at him is pretty much saying that, look, Yahweh Shem Shah is about to come back and deliver us out of this captivity. And what he said, he said, I hope so. So why the fuck would you were Israelite teaching that in our kingdom, that the heathen are going to rise back up and take us out of our kingdom that the Lord is going to give us. That makes no sense, man.
Scriptures speak about heathen are an inheritance. How is it that we're going to establish an everlasting kingdom? And here it is, our possession comes to the realization that it doesn't want to belong to us anymore. We see the state of what happens when the heathen find themselves out of the footstool of Israel,
Yeah, it's say that you know, evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse. And we've seen that, you know, over the past few days with this shit that Nate was teaching, which was completely bugged out. You know? You got it. Read that verse.
Psalm chapter 2 and verse 3. Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
Yeah, Esau did that, man. The nations did that. They separated the tribes, right? We were called by another name, as the scriptures say. Which, like I said, it goes back to the curses, man, that were put upon us. Let me read this real fast. This is Isaiah 43 and verse 28, and it reads, it says, therefore, I have profaned the princes of the sanctuary and have given Jacob to the curse and Israel to the reproaches. See that? So this is all the doing of the Lord. The Lord allowed these nations to conquer us because why? We sinned against them. All right? Essentially, the Lord turned his back from us. He divorced us, man, and put us in this current condition you see today. But as we were talking about, we're in the time of who the world even calls Jesus Christ. All right? The Savior of Israel. He's coming back to redeem his people, starting with the elect. We're in the time where the scriptures tell us in Romans 13 and 11 that our salvation is there than we believe, because there's so much shit happening around the world, man. It's hard to keep up. Something new is going on every day, every week. All right, famine of the word. You know, we'll get into all of that. You know, but there's so many things getting ready to happen where the Lord is literally about to shut all of this shit down. So we encourage you, brothers and sisters out there, to get this word while you can. What's that? Is that something?
No, y'all got it.
No. Okay, come. You got something? Yeah, bring it out, please.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 5. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel.
Zion. All right? Monument. Go ahead.
You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction.
Yeah, you were sold to the nations, not for your destruction. Go ahead.
I didn't know where to stop at. That's my
God.
That's a heavy chapter.
Yeah, it is. But because you moved Yahweh to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemy.
Yeah, we moved the Most High to wrath because we broke the covenant. Right? Remember, all Israel agreed, right? They all agreed. They should have
a minute to like
keep it.
figure it out.
This is why we're in this
family
position.
still there?
Yeah,
In
downtrodden, poverty, oppression, slavery, genocide. All right, in the hoods, the ghettos, and slums. Right, out of work, no jobs, destitute, man.
And with Yahweh's return, he's promising us to enter into a covenant to where we can't subject ourselves to sin and break that covenant that we made. Because once we were to break that covenant, it tells you in Jeremiah 28, 15 verse on down, that curses will fall upon our people. Deuteronomy 28, so like, Deuteronomy 28 and 15 on down tells you the curses that will befall our people due to disobedience. So if we're going to enter into an everlasting covenant, right, that promises for our people to not go off, how is it that the heathen can ever hope to come against us? If we're going to be in full, link with our power,
It's going to be
What did it look like?
I think I blocked on my mind, but like
That's
I
what
fully
Yahweh
saw
says
people.
conception of it. When he comes to deliver the nation, the elect of the nation of Israel in these times.
So back in Psalm chapter 2 and verse 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure.
Now, read it again.
Psalm chapter 2 and verse 5.
Yeah.
Then shall he speak to them in his wrath
Yeah.
and vex them in his sore displeasure.
What's heavy, Yahweh Shema Shai is he's confounding these nations right now, man, through his what they call the UFOs, UAPs, which are the chariots of the Lord, the angels, right? Because I want to read this real quick. I thought this was pretty heavy. This came out, I believe, yesterday, right? So this is out of the New York Post. It says, Pentagon UFO chief resigns after warning recent sightings could be foreign powers or aliens, right? So apparently the chief of the Pentagon, right? The Pentagon chief, he resigned. So apparently there's some things that he knows, all right, that I guess they don't want to come out, but it's coming out anyway, man. Because hey, this government, Esau knows that these are the angels of the Heavenly Father, man. You know? Yep.
Zechariah chapter 5 verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll.
Yep.
The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof It's 10 cubits.
Right. And I looked that up, that measurement up. I forgot the number, but it's like it was likened unto like a imagine like seeing like a bus or a semi 18-wheeler floating in the air.
Gosh. And NLT it says 30 feet long and 15 feet
There
wide.
you go. 30 feet. 30. What was it again?
30 feet long and 15 feet wide.
30 feet long and 15 feet wide. Imagine seeing an object that size floating right above you, you know?
Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the whole earth.
Yeah, so the fact that these UFOs, they call them, UAPs, the fact that these beings are being reported all over the earth by governments worldwide, that's the curse that goes forth over the earth. The chariots of the Lord. So right now they're doing a reconnaissance. Right? They're spying out the land, so to speak, man. You know?
Like you said, they know that that's some extra terrestrial type, beings in them ships, because they have reported that every time there's some type of natural disaster with these earthquakes and different things, it's always a chariot right there, man. Because the angels are the ones that put things in motion.
That's it.
All right? It says, then he said unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the whole earth, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side.
And who did Esau steal? All right? Esau stole the jewels of the Most High, the Lord's people.
He touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man.
Yep.
All right, we're the Lord's most precious creation ever, man.
That's right.
So here it is. You didn't. Not only did you put your nasty hands on the Lord's precious possession, you defiled it. And I'm continuing to defile it up until He wants to actually change our image into His likeness, man. So as it says, the chariots are a curse to those who this is the house of the thief, man. All right, and he stole it, man. According to the scripture,
Exodus 21 and verse 16. And he that stealeth the man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
right. So did this man go to the western coast of Africa along with Ishmael and Ham? All right, and round us up, put us on slave ships, brought us over here, put us on auction blocks, split our families up, they sold us. Scripture said they sold a daughter for one and a boy for a harlot. If I said that correctly.
Yeah.
They traded us, man.
Yeah.
All right, and to this day, we're still found in His hand, man. So it says, "Curse be He." That's the curse that goes forth over the whole earth, because these chariots are going to lay waste to Esau and his kingdom for what they've done to us.
Right, and that stuff still happens today.
Exactly.
You had an incident out in Georgia where they found some Issacharites. They had like a whole entire slavery.
Hey, you got ICE. That whole documentary on Netflix, I don't know if it's still on there or not, about ICE, how they were going in people's homes, all right, stealing up all the so-called illegal immigrants, and then had them in the holding cell, taking pictures on that of them, man. They didn't send them directly back to their home country, man. They were pretty much half their own with it, man. And then what about all the children that went missing, man? They put them in child trafficking, sex trafficking. All right?
A lot of these kids, they go missing these jakes, man.
Majority of them, because to truly, get off their sacrifices, man, it works better when you have an Israelite child.
Can I just read that? This was from NBC News, posted December 9th, 2021. It said, Feds bust modern-day slavery ring amid new immigration enforcement. At least 100 immigrant workers were freed from conditions in which at least 2 died, another was repeatedly raped, and others were kidnapped and threatened with death.
That's just one that they let slip through the cracks, man. But this goes on nationwide, man. Like they told you in if they from Tyrone movie, you say, we're everywhere, man. All these underground, it be these normal buildings like you see out here, man. I got underground basements where they can make sacrifices at, man, rituals and whatnot, man. So like I said, that's normal.
Slavery ring. They showed you that in that film, Antebellum.
Yeah.
Shorty was just living a great life. She was in these little high rises, and then boom, she finds herself in a fucking plantation.
Like they were targeting slavery. Because slavery, even though it's so-called abolished, it's still in certain states where they treat gays like slavery, man. Plantations are still going on and all that, man. So going back, Zechariah 5:3, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goes forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side, according to it. It says that everyone that swears shall be cut off on that side according to it. And I will bring it forth, saying the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief.
Hey, America's the house of the thief.
That's right.
Where they have captive the jewels of the Lord. Real quick, hold that, go to Jeremiah 15. I'll take it. Add that in there.
This nigga just stole everything, bro. Hey, he stole America. He stole the animals. He stole us. The rich and everything. And this nigga is just big ass thief, man.
Yeah.
Ooh. I look at
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Oppressed together, man. In this time, over here in Babylon, man, you got the northern and the southern kingdom under the same curse, being oppressed by the same devil. Man. You know, this sign we always bring out is proof of how we know that both so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, you suffer the same curses. You know, so that lets us know we're the same people, man. All these black and brown rebellions that they don't speak about, but that happens throughout history.
Well, fun be after we leave here.
Because we know we got the same enemy, man. And now our people are waking up and realizing that, man.
And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
See, all that took them captives, Judah and Israel held them fast and refused to let them go. So we still in slavery today. At this current time right now, but we're in a time where what? The Lord is getting ready to come back and release us out of the prison. Because it tells you that in Isaiah 61. He's coming to redeem us out of the prison house. Right? That's America. That's Babylon. Right?
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 4. And I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
Right, because remember, Ronald Reagan in 1983, right? He made the Bible the law of the land. They don't uphold not once law, statute, commandment in the scriptures. Man.
Right. Revelation 11 and 8 tells you that this is the land where Yahweh is crucified.
Exactly.
You know? It says, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and it shall consume it with the timber thereof.
Yeah, that's the destruction, the fire, man. Because the scripture said that what? That they should enter into the house of the thief. So these UFOs, which are the chariots of Yahweh Shah, are getting ready to enter into America, all right, and to redeem the Lord's elect and destroy this fucking place. See?
And it shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Like the scripture says, it's going to pretty much melt everything back to the elements.
Yeah.
You know, because this place is exceedingly wicked. Like tells you, I think that's what 2 Ezra 15, I believe. This place is exceedingly wicked, man. So Yahweh Shah is going to use the chariots alongside the ICD nuclear missiles to nuke this place, man. To cleanse it. That fire, the laser beams are going to cleanse the land of all the wickedness that's been done here.
It's the Lord's military coming through, man.
That's right.
The Lord of Sabaoth. Right?
Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 5. As birds fly, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem.
Right. Birds flying, man. Because, you know, when you watch birds fly in the sky, they fly in formation. And the chariots are going to be all in formation when they return, following after the Lord Yahweh. All right? So it says,
as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem.
He's going to defend Jerusalem because the elect is going to be protected from destruction, man. And they're going to come and deliver us, man. Okay?
Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it.
Defending over, he will deliver and destroy, man. Ultimately, man. So, as simultaneously as the elect is being beaten up, you're going to have the whole War of Worlds, Independence Day type of situation going on where they're going to be destroying, you know, different parts of America, man.
That's what the world's not ready for. Nah. People can't imagine that. I mean, you see it in the movies, but people can't imagine that in real life actually happening. You're talking about UFOs the size of, like, you know, buildings hovering in the sky, like destroying things.
Oh. And they showed that video, I'm pretty sure y'all saw it, when the chariot was over the casino in Vegas. Did y'all see that? Yo, that shit was huge, bro. Everybody walking outside, you couldn't even see it because it was pretty much the size of the building, bro. That shit was huge.
Wow.
Let's look at NLT. It reads Isaiah 31 and 5. The Lord of heaven's armies will hover over Jerusalem and protect it like a bird protecting its nest.
Shoot, and what happens when the enemy tries to go and invade the mother bird's nest, man? They get hostile, man. And Yahweh Shema Shah, all right, he's going to get hostile with these nations that touch his prized possessions, man. That's it.
He will defend and save the city. He will pass over it and rescue it.
All right, part of that defending is him destroying this place, man. He's going to deliver as the elect is going to get beamed up. All right, and we're going to watch the destruction, from the shades, man.
Yeah. So what happened? What happened when that death angel passed over ancient Egypt? People would put to death, and the Lord is getting ready to pass over spiritual Egypt all over and deliver his remnant. He's going to destroy this place. That's what's coming. That's what the world doesn't believe. Right? Those are the scenarios that are about to play out on the planet Earth. Right? Go back to that.
Zechariah chapter 5.
Back to that. Psalms 2.
So back in Psalm chapter 2 and verse 5. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure.
Right.
Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
Right. That king is the Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
I will declare the decree. The Lord hath said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee.
That's right.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
Right. It says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, meaning what? We're going to have slaves. All right, for all you emotional bug-out Israelites out there, man. There's going to be servitude in the kingdom of heaven. Like we talked about yesterday, Amwan. When people think about heaven, all right, they think about, okay, when heaven is on earth, people think that it's just going to be all unison, everybody's going to dwell together as one happy family. No. Heaven after that post-destruction, new construction, is going to involve the rebuilding of the earth, the cleansing of the earth, cleansing up the bodies, restoring habitat, the environment, all those different things. The government being set up that's going to rule under the laws, statutes, commandments.
Think about it like this, though. You had all these different kingdoms pass and go. They weren't established just where everybody was coexisting, man. They say it's the state of the world. There's no peace without war. Right. So during that period, while the kingdom was first being established, man, they had to pretty much, lay waste to the people that wouldn't get down. Yeah. They had to establish what the kingdom was going to allow to pretty much set forth. So when that kingdom eventually, settled in its power, everything was kosher for him, man.
Just like Matthew 13, when Yahweh Shai comes, he said that he's going to make the angels, they're going to reap, and they're going to gather everything that offends.
That's right.
And they're going to get rid of it. Right? That's what's going to happen when the kingdom of heaven is established on earth. Heaven is simply rulership, man.
Right.
Right?
The slaves is that's part of the job. Look. You look at, like I said, you always look at that, you see these celebrities. When you hire maids, gardeners, cooks, these different things, those are really slaves. Because all an employee is a slave, and the employer is the master. So if you want to make it seem nice, okay, we're gonna have employees in the kingdom. When you niggas, that's
we're gonna have servants.
No, nigga, we're gonna have slaves.
Right.
You're not a real king unless you got slaves, man.
Comes from Strong's G 3772. Says the world, we'll just go ahead and go straight to the point. The root of that Strong's G 3735 says a mountain.
Yeah, what is the mountain? The top mountain. Jerusalem. Right? It said heaven. So heaven said a mountain, right? Yeah. Mountains what represent major governments.
Right.
Jerusalem is going to be the major government, man. The established government that's going to rule the planet Earth. Right?
When the government is means mind control. We're going to control the way the people think in our rulership. Yeah. Like over here in Babylon, man. When Esau got into the rulership, he made it to where the people think on how he wants them to think. Yeah. So just as how he established and molded everybody under him to go with his rulership, we're going to do the same thing, but it's going to be done in righteousness.
Under the law, statutes, commandments.
What's so hard about that, man?
Exactly. And that's why the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah has this topic coming up so heavily right now, because we're living in a time where Yahweh Shai is getting ready to come and establish his kingdom on the earth.
That's right.
This is why brothers is going into the dominion and the rulership in the house of David, the government being set up, the nation's going into slavery, man, the earth being put back in its proper format, so to speak. You know?
Key word you said, this is the house of David. The government's going to be the house of David, right? When the house of David was being established back then, what was going on?
Straight dominion.
Beating people into subjection. That whole 40 years that King David was set the kingdom up for King Solomon, he was establishing the kingdom and kicking ass.
Exactly.
That's the same thing we're going to be doing in that day, man. You know?
That's why Solomon was able to have that 40 years of peace, because his father had basically subdued the nations.
Subjection. That's how I'm looking at that word.
You know? And it's going to happen again. And guess what? King David, he's going to sit on his throne. Rightfully so, because they according to Jeremiah 33, let me get that. Right? Through the prophet, Nathan.
While you get down, read this definition of subjection. It says obedience, submission, servitude, bondage, lordship, control. All right, so that's how we're gonna have the nation under that condition, man, under subjection.
That's right.
All right, they're gonna obey the law, statutes, and commandments. And it tells you, we're gonna get a little bit of it. So Isaiah chapter 2, Micah chapter 4, of how the nations are gonna seek Israel out, right? The true Israelites, all right, to learn the ways of the Most High. So if they're gonna be looking to follow our ways, when during that time period they're gonna buck up and stay the true ones.
This is Jeremiah 33, and I start at 15. Matter of fact, I start at 14. Jeremiah 33, verse 14. And it reads, it says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, that I will perform that good thing which I have promised unto the house of Israel and to the house of Judah. What is that good thing? That what? That we're going to be delivered from captivity and we're going to get the kingdom of heaven. It says, verse 15, in those days and at that time will I cause the branch of righteousness to grow up unto David, and he shall execute judgment and righteousness in the land. In those days shall Judah be saved, and Jerusalem shall dwell safely. And this is the name wherewith she shall be called, the Lord our righteousness. Verse 17, the point. But thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, David shall never want a man to sit upon the throne of the house of Israel. So basically, David's throne would never perish, basically. He's always going to be the rightful king over Israel under Yahweh Shai. Like it tells you in Corinthians, every man in his order, right? King David's going to be on the throne. He's going to be back as the king of Israel, man, under Yahweh Shai. And that's the government, man. See, that's getting ready to be established on the earth, right?
All right. It tells you in the book of Amos 9 and 11 that the Lord is going to build up the house of David as a whole.
Yep.
Because even though it was King Solomon's his kingdom, but still it was established under the order of the house of David.
Yep.
You know, because before King David passed on back to the spiritual realm, what did he do? He sat King Solomon down, gave him a rundown on how to keep his kingdom going. You know? So with that being said, man, it was promised unto David that he was going to have, his son was going to have an everlasting throne. But you know that eventually that became the house shop. You know, King Solomon, he fell. You know, I got this real quick. This is Daniel 2 and 44. It says, and in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Can I answer that point? Just thinking of the reason as to why that would happen. You see the rulership of the heathen. It's imperative that the heathen are subjected under the Israelite rule, because when they're not, there's just full-out anarchy and rebellion.
They destroy themselves in the world.
They're not appointed that seat of government.
Because they don't operate in a manner of conservation. I said that word correctly. Because preservation, yeah, because when you see what they're doing, they're helping Esau destroy the planet. Look at Moab, man. All them abominable things they be eating, but they throwing off the ecosystem. You watch that mukbang, they be eating all types of turtles, crabs, all type of nasty shit. Those are animals that go put on the earth to preserve it.
Yeah.
When you eating shark fin soup, you're in turn destroying the natural ecosystem because the sharks, just like every other predator, they help keep the animals, in line. When certain animals is taken out of their predatory role, their prey, begins to multiply more than they need to, and now it's an imbalanced state.
Yeah. Another thing too is the worship of idols.
Yeah.
It brings forth a degenerate type of culture.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these practices that are behind these idols that these heathen worship are satanic, right? It's an abomination.
There's a society destroying. Like Ham, for example. Because Ham, the Hamites were the original homos. And Esau saw in order for him to get that power that he has now, he tapped into the Hamitic gods heavily.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of shit that we see now goes back to Hamitic worship. Right?
Exactly. A lot of sodomy, a lot of weirdo transformism stuff goes on, a lot of just foul acts, drinking blood, eating feces and shit like that. A lot of those practices from these heathen go back to real heavy demonic practices.
Phallic worship.
Right.
Niggas that like the scat pack.
Yeah, all that shit.
Shit's nasty, bro. But it all goes back to the high level demon shit, though.
Right. You got it.
Going into King David, the throne of David is about to be reestablished. It has to be established through this violence that's about to take place. So this whole chapter is good, but jumping to the point in 2 Samuel 8 and 13, it reads, and David gave him a name when he returned from the smiting of the Syrians in the valley of Salt, being 18,000 men. And he put garrisons in Edom. Throughout all Edom he put garrisons. And all they of Edom became David's servants. And the Lord preserved David whithersoever he went.
And all those who put servitude, they were slaves over him. And that's really why the nations, they hated us, man. Because we had them all the way down in subjection. That's why we read Revelation 11, two prophets that tormented them with the northern and southern kingdom. The King David's mighty men was comprised of both tribes, both kingdoms. Man.
Yeah, the heathens, they have the records. They have, they know what happened during that time.
Verse 15. And David reigned over all Israel, and David executed judgment and justice unto all his people.
Executed judgment and justice. What's that scripture about yesterday? When thy judgments are in the land.
Oh, Isaiah 26 and 9.
You read that from the Shah. Read that part again.
2 Samuel chapter 8 and verse 15. And David reigned over all Israel, and David executed judgment and justice unto all his people.
Judgment and justice. He was executing the Lord's laws, man. That's the commandment, man. Okay?
Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 9. With my soul I have desired thee in the night. Yeah, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness.
When thy judgments are in the earth, now the Lord's judgments are slack in this world, man. These people don't reverence the Lord's ways. And that's why, like the Prophet said, everything is out of whack. Because the Lord is not reverent here, man. But when you get in the kingdom, all right, all people will be judged by the law and commandments, man. Which is going to bring order.
It's needed. Everybody is complaining, but they don't understand that they're indirectly crying for order to be established.
And they know that because y'all was bringing out certain videos where you got these heathens, they'll be begging Jake to wake up. Because they subconsciously, they know they want us in the rulership, man. But they understand also that when that happens, they can get their ass for 4,000 years. That's the thing they don't want, though, man. But it has to happen, though, man.
How else can they expect peace if the ruler if Yahweh Shai was going to come back and set peace in order doesn't come and you allow it to happen? You're going to be in this fucked up position under Esau?
Exactly. Can I add to that? Go to Habakkuk 1 and 4. Because the law slack.
So look at Habakkuk. Habakkuk 1 and 4 in the NLT, it says, the law has become paralyzed. There is no justice in the courts. The wicked far outnumber the righteous, so that justice has become perverted.
Yeah, true justice is perverted here. Because why? The law, statutes, commandments are slacked. As we just read in the NLT, it said the law is paralyzed. This is why the planet Earth and the people are in this deplorable condition. So like the brother said, that the people are indirectly crying out for order. All right, any functioning business or government involves order, man. Because without order is what? Chaos. And this is exactly what the elites in Esau are pushing. They continue to push this dysfunction and disorder, all right, to bring forth what? Chaos. Because they're going to come with their idea of what you would call the New World Order, which is going to be basically involving the elites completely ruling over humanity, man, through this technology, man. All right, what they call it, dystopia? Is that what they call it? Dystopia, right?
Totalitarian government.
Yeah.
Where you won't have zero control over anything.
Right.
So they say they're trying to merchandise everything. Because see, the thing with Esau is he's so goddamn money hungry. All right, this nigga wants to literally make everything a commodity into him. You know, that's perpetual slavery in a nutshell. You see,
I was in the grocery store out in the food line and had a can of beer for sale.
see, and they sell that in China already. You go there. You know, this is where we're going to, man.
Nigga about to start taxing breathing,
Yeah.
you know, all that. It's carbon tax.
I'm about to say that. You got a carbon tax already?
No, shit is crazy.
This is the mind of the devil, though, man.
Where else can we find a solution, a true solution, but Yahweh Shah?
That's why it tells you. Get that real quick.
Because these other heathen, if they step up to the mantle, they not gonna stop. They just gonna act upon what they saw Esau do and just continue on with the madness.
Imagine China ruling the world.
Oh my God.
Being ruled over by a group of
Oh
crazy,
my
bro.
goodness. Being ruled over by any fucking heathen is
Nah,
crazy.
it is.
I'm tired of this.
Not even being ruled over by either one, bro. Like,
The whole block gonna be stinky.
Schwab said them niggas be like curry incense and shit.
Man, that's why Israel got to be put back in power.
But this is what you just said. This is Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right. So the fate of time has always swayed in the hand of justice, man. Alright? Yahweh Shai is not going to allow a nation of evildoers to just continue their reign of tyranny throughout the earth. It tells you that in Matthew 24 and 22, alright, that the times had to be shortened for the elect's sake, or else no flesh will be shaved. So here it is, we're entering into the time where this devil is trying to complete his enterprise and enslave the whole earth. The Lord isn't going to allow that to happen. The Lord is going to prepare for a transition of power to take place in these times.
Jump down to verse 12. It says, for the beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And that's really what we've been seeing Esau spew out. It's pride, man. Because when you hear the nigga talk, he sounds like he doesn't believe that the Most High created him. Like this nigga just magically popped out when he said that big thing, he just appeared. You know? And pretty much that God is no longer relevant because now he's surpassed God. He said it's our part of abomination. That's all his rhetoric is abomination.
He said real civilization started with him, going back to Greece.
But then you had your philosophers that said that the Hebrews established everything. You know, so what? He's contradicting himself. It says, and therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. The Lord had cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead.
See that? Scripture say the Lord has cast down the thrones of proud princes. Who's the proud princes ruling now? Esau, Edom. Right? The Lord said that he was going to cast down the children of pride. Because that's scripture referred to the Edomites as the children of pride. Right. Go ahead.
The Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place.
Right, so right now we're in the time of what? Of America being plucked up and Jacob being established.
Right.
Right?
It says the Lord overthrew countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth.
And we have the history, man. We have all the ruling empires that once existed in their time, and they all had root and they all were taken down. right? And now we're in the time of America, Babylon, the great spiritual Egypt being taken down.
Right.
So this place is no different from the rest of the heathen rulership.
It says he's going to destroy them from the foundation of the earth, man. It says he took some of them away and destroyed them and made them memorial to cease from the earth.
And that's exactly what's going to happen to Esau. He shall have no name in the street, as the scripture tell you. His remembrance shall perish forever, as the scripture says.
It's going to be like as a shadow. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Come on, man. It's like all of his prior leadership. Nobody talks about Mount Seir. You know, they don't talk about the Greeks. They don't talk about the Romans. All of those things are here today and gone tomorrow. Because it's not an everlasting kingdom and it's established on wickedness.
Right. And Esau knows this. This is why he's panicking.
Yeah.
That's why he's bugging out, man. Right? Because he knows that he knows that his as the scriptures say that the Lord has set bounds and he cannot pass. This is it, man. You know?
I was listening to the Downs brothers. They was pretty much going to, you see all these movies where Esau's trying to tap into the multiverse. That's them pretty much trying to figure out a way to get around prophecy. You know?
That's why did they keep the break?
Yeah. They're trying to tap into the left hand, all that shit. Supercomputers, all that astrology, demons.
And that just show you how wicked this nigga is, because if he really was in his right state of mind, which we know that ultimately he was created to be upside down, right? The scriptures tell us that the spirit that's within him is not upright. But if he was sensible, all he had to do was just do what the Lord told you to do.
That's what he told Cain back, you know, in his prior lifetime. You just obey, you not be well favored, but he is in his right state of mind because he was created to be the wicked. Yeah. So, verse 18. Pride was not made for men, nor fear and anger for them that are born of a woman. So at the end of the day, man, Esau has nobody on earth, especially not Esau, has anything to be prideful about. Look, everything that you have is not of yours, it's of the Lord. See, you forget that, man. You forget the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. The Lord gave you dominion. Daniel 4:17 tells you that, man. He gave the world to the basis of men. Alright? Second Thessalonians 2 tells you, it says that he that letteth will now let until he be taken away. All these are tokens to show that, look, you didn't get this on your own. They didn't think that they hit you, man. That's destiny, man.
He had to be the devil. He had to enslave the Israelites. He had to destroy the planet Earth. He had to defile the people. He had to create bioweapons. He had to do all these things to fulfill the prophecies of the left hand before the Lord take his ass out of the way.
Like we said, no matter what you try to say or deny it, the Lord told you you're going to do it. Like they said earlier, that was funny. You look at that weird Narwhal, it was like how he be pretty much telling people like, see that they thought nobody knew about him. That's really what we're doing in the spirit, man.
Exactly.
You know? And he's like, how do they know this? Because we got the spirit of the Lord with you, man. You know? At the end of the day, you can't get away. That's why they're ready for us to, you know, be taken off the earth.
Yeah,
You know?
Wisdom of Solomon too, right?
Yeah.
They're grievous for us to even behold, the sight of, you know? You got it. Whatever you saw, you got it. Bring it out.
Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. Every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood.
Yeah, that's how wars was fought back in the ancient world. Go ahead.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right, but this war, this final war that's coming on the earth, is going to be with burning fuel of fire. All right? What was Isaiah talking about? He saw nuclear destruction. And what comes right after that? Read that.
Verse 6. For unto us a child is born.
Yep.
Unto us a son is given.
That's right.
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Yeah, so Isaiah was prophesying about the coming of Yahushua, establishing the kingdom of heaven, his government. Go ahead.
And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
That's right.
Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end.
The increase of his government of peace shall be no end. That's the world without end. Isaiah, what, 45 and 17? Israel should be that world without end, have an everlasting dominion, as the scripture says. Right? The kingdom of heaven is forever. Read on.
Upon the throne of David.
Yeah, because the Messiah, Yahweh Shah, was from the line of
Yeah, he's a really
lineage
nice
of
guy.
David.
Like I said.
Go ahead.
And that's why the brother I'm the one that quoted Amos 9 and 11. Alright? That spiritual temple is being rebuilt. Alright? The house of David is being rebuilt in these times. And it's going to be that governing body. And upon his kingdom to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even for forever.
Right, and what's so heavy about it is right when you read about the destruction in the previous verse, then it goes into the establishment of the kingdom of heaven. Right? So like I was saying earlier, that the kingdom of heaven is really going to be that first 1,000 years. That's going to be the rebuilding of the earth. You got to understand, after Armageddon, the earth is going to be in a total disarray. You're going to have, like Scripture say, the earth is going to be moved out of its place. Mountains and islands are going to be moved out of its place. So that destruction is going to bring in a total new heaven and a new earth. The earth ain't even going to look the same. All right? You're going to have desolated areas, bodies, right? That got to be cleaned up. So that 1,000 years is going to involve these nations cleaning up the earth, man.
You gotta look at it like what happened with the flood, man. Yeah, so-called what they call Pangea.
Yep.
You know, and when that flood happened, it broke up the land to land.
That's right.
We're gonna have new countries, and it's still countries now that haven't been inhabited yet, man. You know? So how much more after new construction?
Exactly. People don't really understand that.
Because that's like you said earlier, man. When they think the kingdom of heaven, they think of the whole world holding hands and shit.
Right.
Like, no, bro. Order has to be established. Somebody got to rule.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, who's going to rule that current dominion, right? Because people think, like you say, what's that movie? We use a lot of those clips from up the Chariots. What's it called? This is the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they showed the end. It was all in heaven, all white, dancing and shit. Had the Backstreet Boys and shit, making mockery. But people really think that's how it's going to be. You know?
I had a little bit more.
Go ahead.
Read that last verse and double check for me. It says, the zeal of the Lord Yahweh of hosts will perform this. I'm reading verse 7 in the NLT, Isaiah 97. His government and its peace will never end. He will rule with fairness and justice from the throne of his ancestor David for all eternity. The passionate commitment of the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies will make this happen. Okay? So this is a passionate commitment. Okay? Because we know, as the scriptures tell us, I'm paraphrasing, right, that the Lord wants to give us the kingdom. Okay? And we understand that with the kingdom, there comes a series of events that are going to take place prior to that. All right? Such as the destruction of this man's rulership. All right? And the heathen being put into what? Subjection. Forever.
You need to think about this. Now, the Lord is going to give us the kingdom to be established upon the earth. Is that not a memorial to his name? So he's going to go through all this miraculous, deliverance, get to the kingdom, just for us to go down again.
Right.
That would be a astounding thing.
Right. Think about the reason as to why Israel fell short of the glory. It's because of sin. Right? That's why we was always fucked up. Right? We were made subject unto vanity, but understanding the coming of Yahweh Shai, he's going to pretty much take away that stony heart. All right, and make us new.
Hey, get
make
over
us
here.
perfect.
Come here.
What does that
I'm
mean?
sorry. My fault,
That means
brother.
that you just want to be edified.
You want the word.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit, man.
Pretty powerful.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
My fault.
No, you good, brother. What kind of dog is that? French?
Oh, yeah, French Bulldog. Bought him from London. We working.
Right. Well, you already know. That's spirit.
They talking about a new earth.
Future rulers right
He
there.
want that. He want that word. I could be in my
Bro, he came right there. He about to tuck in.
I get my regular height back. I'm eating real food.
Right. You got it, brother.
You
What you
know,
got?
I was just making a point of understanding that when Yahweh Shai returns, we're going to be made perfect, man. All right? Sin is going to be done away with. So therefore, Israel is not going to be able to go off and be subjected ever to the heathen again, as we have read in the 4th chapter.
Right, we're going to go down in the second covenant. When we're perfected in immortal bodies, and we're going to go down.
That's a triple. We're gonna be in total peace, dog. What the fuck are you talking about?
But that's
I got something else. Just talking on that point. Off of what you just said. Once the kingdom established, bro, you mean to tell me Yahushua went through all that hell to get his kingdom, and then after you know what happened for 1,000 years? He got beat, whipped, spat on, pierced, his own people for something. He did all that shit just to have all the 1,000 years. I get a date.
He had to wait 2 days to get 1 day.
Come on, bro. Make it make sense. This is Luke chapter 1, verse 30. I'm going to read 33 on down. It says, and the angel said unto her, fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with the Most High. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Yahushua. He shall be great, and shall be called the Son of the Highest. And the Lord Yahweh shall give him the throne of his father David, and he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and his kingdom there shall be no end.
Because really King David's throne is a continuation of Solomon. You know, Solomon's throne, which we know in the spirit that Solomon was Yahushua. See what I'm saying? The kingdom of heaven is really King David's throne. Because he's still going to be in this position under Yahushua. You know?
I got, real quick, Second Samuel chapter 7, start 12. It says, and when thy days be fulfilled, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers. I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom.
Yep.
He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever.
Yeah, forever. That was promised. Right? That was promised to King David. You know?
Now we know that he was speaking of King Solomon. We know King Solomon was Yahushua.
Right.
King Solomon's throne is it. All right, the kingdom split where we're at now, but King Yahushua, Lord Yahushua, his kingdom is going to be everlasting. You get that definition real quick?
Yeah, when they talked about how, what they say about the seed from his bowels, read that part about the bowels again.
2 Samuel chapter 7. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 12. And when thy days be fulfilled, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers. I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom.
Yeah, his descendants.
He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever.
Yeah. So we know that this is talking about Yahushua. Right? Solomon's throne wasn't forever. This is a dark parable. This is a dark parable dealing with Yahushua. Right. His throne will be established. See that? This is what we're waiting on, man. That's why I did the lesson about how the prophets always inquired about, the salvation of the kingdom of heaven. Acts the first chapter, how they asked, when is the kingdom of Israel going to be established? That was something that the prophets always diligently sought after, man. That's always been the message that Israel ultimately was going to be put back in the power seat, man. They were going to rule the earth. They were never going to be at the bottom again, man. You know?
The word for everlasting in the Greek dictionary, it says lasting forever, eternal. It says eternal duration, eternity.
Yeah.
Never coming to an end.
That's the promises, man. Second covenant, new bodies being perfected, eternal rulership, dominion over the nations, man. All of our people being righteous.
That's what kept Yahushua, faithful to the end. He knew that promise was going to be fulfilled, man.
Sure.
Now, he knew that he was only going to get 1,000 years, but why would he go through all that, man? Why would we go through that? Why would we go through this now? If we know we're going to only rule for a certain amount of time, we got to go through Esau all over again, man. That's bullshit, bro.
Niggas don't want to shake this.
That's what it is, man. He's under orders to convert the gospel.
They like have a Buddha.
You know what I'm saying? He has to push that whole idea of Esau not being done away with. That's pretty much. Matter of fact, get that in where it says wisdom shall be at the end of this time. Where is that at? Or doom shall be at the end of this time.
Oh, second Ezra.
Give me that. Because that's the thing, man. You know, he's basically pushing a doctrine that's not really highlighting the fact that Esau is really going to be done away with. You know, because as you notice, a lot of these camps that are bugging out, you notice that they slowly are straying away from the topic of Esau and his destruction and what's getting ready to happen to him.
Because hearing that constantly, even from off camp, that still hurts Esau, man. Because he knows that his destruction is imminent.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 43.
You know the Israelites are putting a band-aid on Esau, man. Let that nigga bleed out, man. And he obviously is getting cut by all these precepts coming out, man.
Second Ezra 7 and 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
Yeah, see, the day of doom shall be the end of this time, this age that we live in. The day of doom, which is destruction. Go ahead.
And the beginning of the immortality for to come.
Yeah, see, in the beginning of immortality to come. So once the destruction, once the doom takes place, then that's the beginning of immortality to come.
Hey, bro, don't do that no more, bro.
Right? We're going to be perfected. Read on.
Wherein corruption is past.
Where corruption is past. This world, as it told us in was the 2nd Ezra, the 4th chapter, this world is full of infirmities. Right? Corruption is about to be passed away. Read on.
And temperance is at an end.
That's right.
Infidelity is cut off. Righteousness is grown and truth is sprung up.
Go ahead.
Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed.
See, that's the thing. That's the point right there. Read that again.
Verse 45, 2nd Ezra 7 and 45. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed.
Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed. You ain't going to save Esau. No matter how you try to twist the gospel, try to pervert the scriptures, there's no saving the Edomite, the Idumean. All right? Like Joshua. See? Go ahead.
Or to oppress him that has gotten the victory.
Nor oppress him that has gotten the victory. So you're not going to stop the salvation of the Lord's elect. You're not going to offset the prophecy. All right? Esau is going down. Hey, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob's the beginning that follows, man. That ain't going to change. It's only true, man. You can't stop the inevitable, man. So no matter how much these sellouts try to trim the gospel to seek love, to appease their master, to keep the bag on, because a lot of these niggas is getting major bags right now, man. They get major money, Mr. 150 million, tax write-offs, 501c3s. See what I'm saying? So no matter how much little perks you get, little goodies you get, you ain't gonna save this goddamn devil.
That's good for him to go down, man. You got more on that?
The scriptures say salvation is far from the wicked.
Far. We said that gulf. That gulf.
Oh, the great gulf fix. And we should get that. That's in what, Luke, right?
Yeah, the parable of Lazarus.
Yeah.
Hey, that gap is huge, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't catching up, bro. You
on the
can't
outside.
feel it. You can't feel it, bro. It's only right.
Just like how we always used to bring that out dealing with the economic the separation between Jake and Esau. How I forgot the numbers, but like in order for Jake to catch Esau,
Oh yeah, it'll take like 226 years.
yeah, right.
For Jake to catch up.
God damn, 200 how many years?
226.
226 years just to catch up in that wealth gap between Jake and Esau, man. That's a great golf fix. It's not happening, right? You got it, that's crazy, man. But Jake want to fight for Esau and still be here, man.
Right. At the end of the day, man, like you said, bro, Esau is the end of the world, man. So when we get the kingdom, all right, all that bullshit has been spread throughout the world, all gonna be taken out the world, man.
Yeah.
Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 27.
Yep.
It says, evil shall be put out. What's part of that evil? Esau. You know, he's the epitome of evil because it tells you that wherever he goes, iniquity follows. Wickedness follows. Yeah. He's the son of perdition. So evil is going to be put out. Deceit shall be quenched. All right, what's deceit? Part of deceit is a coup. These niggas ain't gonna come together and take us down, bro.
Lies.
You know?
That was his whole MO when he was loosing the little season.
Yeah.
Go out to deceive the nation.
That's now. We try to say that, you know, the whole thing leading up into Ezekiel 38, that's talking about the future. No, nigga, that's now. Gog and Magog is being stirred up now. It says, as for faith shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, And the truth, which shall be so long without food, shall be declared. That's what's coming out, man. Israel will rule the kingdom of heaven in the future. And we're never going to rule or fall out of power, man. We will have more intercession, and the world will know righteousness by the law of the commandments. That's just truth, man.
That's how it's going down.
It was written. And the Lord said what? The word that go out of his mouth shall not come back void. Esau's instruction was written all throughout the scroll, man. In the volume of the book. You can't get away from that.
That's what's written in the good book.
And that's good news for everybody. Everybody's going to rejoice in that day, man. Imagine a time where there's going to be no evil.
No wickedness, no evil. Just
That might be my holiday, bro.
Hey, that is the good news, right? Matter of fact, read that. Go to Isaiah 61 and read 1 through 6. 1 through 7, just to add on to that. So it all involves the kingdom. This is the good news. This is part of the message that's being pushed. This is part of the song, all right, that's being sung by the prophets of the Lord.
It's Isaiah 61 and verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
Yeah, we coming with the good news, the good tidings unto the meek. The scripture say what? That the meek shall inherit the earth, right? Go ahead.
He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
Right, and we're binding up the brokenhearted through the comfort of this word, man. Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
There you go. And that part of the message, part of the song that we're singing out here is that what? Liberty is getting ready to come to the captives. Who are the captives? The Israelites. All right, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Hispanic. Read it again out.
So, live a life that's conducive to serving your power.
Yeah.
That's true.
To proclaim, he has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
Yep.
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
Yeah, hey, we telling you, look, there's a way out of here, man. The ending is coming. This ain't gonna be forever, man. We about to be released from hell. Go ahead.
To a nigga, it sounds too good to be true.
That's how they're trying to make it sound like. Everlasting rule shit, that's too good to be true. We gotta have Esau a little bit, but that's the only way we can function.
Because they don't have faith. They don't have faith. And that's the thing with these people. They don't have faith. Right? Go ahead.
And the opening of prison to them that are bound.
And the opening of the prison to them that are bound. We're bound here, man. We're waiting for Yahweh Shah to open the prison gates and release us. You know? Yeah, who the fuck wants to stay in jail?
I mean, the niggas that got the institutional.
Right. That's these jakes.
Like, damn, I wish I was back up in there.
Right. These niggas have been Americanized, man. They don't want to see. They can't see past this place. You know? Go ahead.
What could be better than this?
Right.
Verse 2. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord.
Yeah, we're proclaiming the acceptable year of the Lord. Hey, any given time now, hey, this thing can take off. Go ahead.
And the day of vengeance of our power.
Yeah, and the day of vengeance, man. The destruction of this place, the liberation of the Lord's people. Right? Go ahead.
To comfort all that mourn.
Right, see, this is the comfort, man, because for all our people that can't see past America, man. Right? There's something after this. Right? That's why we went to the lesson of the day. That nuclear destruction via World War III is necessary for us to leave this place, man. It has to happen. You know what?
It's a necessary evil.
It's a necessary. Go ahead.
Verse 3. To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion.
Yep.
To give unto them beauty for ashes.
Yeah, beauty for ashes, man. Right? Go ahead.
The oil of joy for mourning.
Uh-huh.
The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness.
The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, man. All of the slavery and hell that our people had to continuously endure for generations. All that's about to be done with. Right? No more struggling. Right? No more crying, no more suffering. Right? Go ahead.
I'm so fucking bugged out. That's gonna be one great thing to not deal with in the kingdom. No fucking bug out.
What was he saying?
He was singing a Drake song.
Isaiah 61 and verse 3. To appoint unto all them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes,
Yep.
the oil of joy for mourning.
Hey, because our people going to be beautiful, man. You know, we're gonna be beautified in the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? Because a lot of our people are through. You know?
Black women,
Come on, man.
homeless, Jake strung out on drugs.
Yep.
Jake moves.
Yes.
That's a big thing right there, bro. It is. We're a nation of kings and priests. You got Jake and Faggot.
Yep.
That's a total blackout to the most high in
Murderers.
our regulation.
Murderers, thugs,
Pimps.
pimps. The Lord's gonna change all that. We're gonna be beautified, man. No more niggerism, man.
Yeah.
A nigga like Lil Nas X is gonna be righteous.
Right.
Nigga like Lil Boosie.
Yeah, or a nigga that look like Kodak Black. You see what I'm saying? That all that shit gotta go, man. Sexy red, all that bullshit.
But that just shows you the importance of the series of events that the scriptures forewarn us of, that we're about to enter into. It's necessary for us to enter into that holy estate as a nation.
Right.
If we want good, it's gonna come with us having to do away with this place.
Yep, time to let it go. Give me a few more. Real quick.
To give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning.
The oil of joy for mourning, man. Our people are in a mourningful state. Shit ain't sweet out here. People ain't nothing to smile about. Ain't happy-go-lucky. Ain't none of that shit for Jake, man. Right? Go ahead. Real bad.
They gotta, go and senses the goddamn be able to function in the world, man.
Go ahead.
The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness,
Yep.
that they might be called trees of
And
righteousness,
trees go back to actual people, man. You know?
the planting of the Lord,
Yep.
that he might be glorified.
Yep. The planting of the Lord that he might be glorified, because all this is for the glorification of Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
And they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolation.
Who's gonna do that? Who's gonna build up our kingdom, man? It ain't gonna be us.
Hell, what the fuck? We gonna be kings working in that day, bro?
Like, all right, man, we must go clock in.
Yeah, like
You see what I'm
I say,
saying?
bro, we gotta go keep the car and shit. Back in the morning, over and over again. Man, no, we gonna be able to kick our feet up, man. The nation is gonna be doing our shit.
Somebody gotta build up. Read me a little bit more.
And they shall build the old waste.
Who's gonna build the old ways? Once again, that's proven to you what? Post-destruction.
Yeah.
After the nuclear destruction happens, which we're in that time now, these heathen nations are gonna build up the desolate waste. Come on, man. Go ahead.
And you read chapter 60, it talks about all the work the people have to do.
Exactly.
Coming up to this. It says, they shall build the old waste, they shall raise up the former desolations, they shall repair the waste cities.
See, they should repair the waste cities, because you're talking about the post-destruction. The earth being totally in a state of disarray, man. A new heaven, new earth. So they're gonna be working, man. Go ahead.
And they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations.
Go ahead, give me like 2 more scriptures.
And strangers shall stand and feed your
And
flocks.
strangers shall stand and feed your flocks. These strangers are talking about the heathen nations, man. They're gonna feed our flocks. They're gonna handle the agriculture, man. They're gonna be our vine dressers. Matter of fact, we don't.
And the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
See, they're gonna be our plowmen and vine dressers, man. They're gonna handle the animals. They're gonna be out there laboring in the field, just like how we was, right? Out there picking cotton, picking fruits and shit. All right, slaving from sun up to sundown. These heathen gonna do the same thing. All right, that's what you call true rulership.
Right. At least you get to get your land back. Jake was getting their ass beat for hundreds of years, and everybody, the only thing that we have is nothing.
Bro, they got reparations.
Right.
We the only nation that got our ass whooped like this and never got anything back for it.
That's right. The heathen under the rulership of the Israelites, you're going to get your land. You're going to have, the ability to dwell as a nation under the rulership of the Israelites.
Right, tributaries.
It's going to be good for you. You're tributaries to a madman right now.
Hey, you see how he back on your ass? You know? So how much more in Weichman?
Read down where it talks about us being the priests.
Isaiah 61 verse 6. But you shall be named the priest of the Lord.
But you shall be named the priests of the Lord. All right? Are we not under the order of Melchizedek, a nation of kings and priests? Right? Go ahead.
Men shall call you the ministers of our power.
That's the reverence that's coming back. The acknowledgement, the respect. All right, go ahead.
You shall eat the riches of the Gentiles.
See, we're going to eat the riches of the Gentiles, man. All the substance, all right, that they took from us, that they stole from us, we're going to get it back. We're going to eat the riches of the Gentiles, man. The heathens. Go ahead.
And to make it so much beautiful, they don't give it to us really. So when you read in Isaiah 60, so they're going to be, I guess, when they open continuing, they're going to be coming in, giving us the best of what all got, man. Like I said, they're going to want to take it. So it's just like they
1 second till I see where he's at. I see him. I'm my patient.
The priest of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. You shall eat the riches of the Gentiles. And in their glory shall you boast yourself. In the glory
You should boast yourself. We're going to be talking cash to these heathen nations. And you know, Jake got to talk right here. Jake gonna be we really gonna be giving it to these damn heathen in that
So
time.
we're going to be talking cash.
Oh yeah. Because we're gonna be in our power. Right? You know how Jake talk.
Niggas gonna be hating their life.
Bro.
Because what you gonna say to somebody that got powers?
Nigga might lose his
Throw your
toe.
ass into the fucking
Bro,
to a whole nother age.
you're gonna be ruled over by 144,000 army men.
Yeah, those are my
Come on, man.
Nah, nigga, you don't want them flowers, bro.
No weakness, because the weakness is already done away with.
Yeah.
Sin.
Because we read it yesterday in Judas chapter 5, man. They know the only way that we're even vulnerable for any type of attack is they see any fault within us, which we're gonna be perfect in that thing.
Exactly.
So as he said, man, let's not make this stupid decision. Let's leave them alone. And that's how they're gonna be in that day, man. You know? You said talking about the post-construction, how they're gonna be acting, right?
Yep.
This is Ezekiel 39 and 14. And they shall sever out of men of continual employment, passing through the land to bury the passengers, those that remain upon the face of the earth to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search. So pretty much, man, they're gonna be, clean up the dead bodies, man. That's gonna be the elite's first job, all right? Their first active employment once that post-construction happens, man. Going throughout the earth, clean up them dead bodies, man.
Yeah, just like they did Jake in these wars. They would have the Jake soldiers, out there, burying the bodies, in civil wars and all
Matter
that.
of fact, they show you that in Emancipation, the movie with Will Smith.
Yeah.
So that's, bro, we're gonna be doing to them like they did us, but it's gonna be done in righteousness though, bro. What's so hard about understanding that, bro? We're gonna kick their ass. You get to Revelation 18, do what they're double. Alright? We just gonna do, like I said, it's gonna be done in righteousness, man. We ain't gonna buck break you.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be doing none of that.
We ain't gonna be, you got niggas saying that shit, we gonna be buck breaking. That's all, man. We ain't doing none of that
little
shit, bro.
buck breaking. We ain't gonna be taking no wives.
Nah. Nah, all your women is gonna be, single and virgin.
Revelation 18 and verse 6. Reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works.
Right, so all that bullshit you did unto us, man, you're gonna have done to you double. Alright? And like I said, it's gonna be done in righteousness, man. We're not gonna castrate you, because we need slaves. IUIC teaches that. We're gonna castrate you, so that's not true, man. How you gonna bring forth more slaves if they ain't got their lives? But you're gonna have a lot of them, we're gonna have to make breeds. They had Jake that was just breeders.
Breeding farms and shit.
Come on now.
And
You're gonna be out in the field working from sun up to sundown. 24 hours if you want, man. And all the atrocities that we go into what you've done, man, we're gonna pay back double for that, man.
and the cup which she hath filled to her double.
Filled to her double, because we're gonna have the anger of the Lord upon us, man. And we understand the Lord hates you devils, man. So that and then having the past knowledge of all the shit that you've done to us all through our history, bro, we gonna fuck you up. It's only right. Vengeance is righteous in the eyes of the Lord, man. So that would be unbalanced for the Lord not to let us get our lick back.
Yeah, Revelation 13, 19.
13 and 19.
Get the precept to it in Jeremiah 30 and 16.
So Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Yep.
Verse 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's plain. Yep.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yep.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. This is what the saints of the Lord are waiting on. The saints are the Israelites. All right? This is what the saints are waiting on. All right? The Lord said, vengeance was mine. I will repay. See? So we understand that this is the balance of Yahweh Shai. As the Lord brought all these things upon us, the balance of it all is that he's going to give us the nations, man.
Got that for you.
You got it.
Psalm 149 and 6. Let the high praises of Yahweh Shai be in their mouth,
Yep.
and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains.
Bind their kings with chains. All right, all these world leaders that you see, the Vladimir Putins and people who run America's military, China, all right, they're going to be slaves, man.
Yep. Yeah, it says to execute vengeance upon the heathen. So it shows you vengeance is righteous according to the Lord. So it says to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written.
Yep.
This honor has all his saints. Praise you, the Lord.
This honor have all his saints, man.
The elect, bro, having that honor of actually putting chains on these elites, bro. That's part of what striving to be up the elect. That's what we want to be a part of, man.
That's right.
Putting actual chains on all these damn high level officials, heathen, man.
It's Proverbs 21 and verse 18. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the transgressor for the upright. So man, this is going to be the reward for the elect, man. Right? The reward for Israel ultimately is to have these heathen in our subjection.
See, that's true rulership mentality, man. To rule, the one to want to rule over others, man. You know, because Esau has that. You see, he ain't trying to let his kingdom go to nobody.
Yeah. Everybody, they say in this society that everybody's equal, but Esau don't think like that.
Hell no.
100%.
He puts that equality
100%
to the common folk.
Yeah.
But them elites and them down wherever they are, them bunkers, wherever they at, they look at them as the top dogs on earth, and they're not sharing that with nobody. To the point to where they'll even tell their daughters the secret, man, of what they've been doing, because the daughters they can go deal with Jake. Like you see Jay Electronica, he got a Rothschild daughter. They guarantee you she don't know shit. But the sons, they make sure that they know, because they know eventually down the line they're gonna come back to the morning. So they interbreeding all that, like intermarriage and all that shit, man.
And they try to keep it going.
Yeah.
They keep their so-called legacy going.
So how much more us? But see, we ain't gonna have to do all that wicked shit to be able to get that eternal rulership, man. Because all he promised to us, man. But you niggas want to give it away, though.
Yeah, we finish it out.
Psalm chapter 2 and verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
Yeah, the Spirit keep reiterating that, man. We won't have slaves in the kingdom of heaven, bro. Get over it.
And the uttermost parts of the earth.
So not only are we going to have the heathen as inheritance, but we're going to possess the uttermost part of the earth, which is the whole planet in the universe.
I'm about to say, because you go into electros, it means the rulers of the universe. We're the real masters of the universe, man. He-men. 144,000 heathen.
And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
Yep.
Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
Yeah, that's power. That's dominion. That's rulership. We're going to break the heathen with a rod of iron. Go ahead.
Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Yeah, did that not happen to us? Same thing's going to happen to these heathen nations. Go ahead.
Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings.
Yep.
Be instructed, ye judges of the earth.
There you go. Be wise now, therefore, you kings, and be instructed, ye judges of the earth, man. That's the elect. All right? The house of David, man. Bayam Dawadah, man.
That's right.
Right? There you go.
Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling.
Uh-huh.
Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way.
Right.
When his wrath is kindled but a little, blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
Right, that's why we out here doing this work. Because we believe.
Yeah.
You know?
It says, kiss the son lest he get angry, but if you use NLT, it's pretty much is obey the Lord, lest his anger come upon you. Right. And part of that anger is going to be that lake of fire. That's every death. Right.
Yeah, so y'all boys got anything else? All right, well, hey, with that, man, we pray that this, this camp is edifying, man. All right, we're going to close out by giving all praise, honor, and glory
To
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who taught us the truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, who's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.